Welcome back. So, new little segment, Riddle Me This.
Riddle Me This.
You came up with this, didn't you? Yeah,
Have we not done one of these before?
I don't know, maybe we have done a Riddle Me
But it's a
This.
new segment anyway. Or newish. Kind of think we have, but maybe we haven't. We haven't. Riddle Me This! There's the new, Anyway, carry on. You didn't like that jingle, did you? Riddle Me This! What's wrong with
What's in here? What is in here? It's because you got all that car racism out.
Car racing, I'm happy now. I'm happy
Happy
little
now.
Harry.
I'm asking the question.
Riddle me
why
this.
Don't luxury cars look like luxury cars anymore?
Excellently, eloquently put. But it's a good point. It's a bloody good point. Have you seen the tap that comes out of Bentley? These. I'm getting a bit car racing. But it's
You're
true.
all right.
We're all right here.
You're all right with Bentley because that's crew, isn't it?
That's true.
Cheshire just over there.
You're bloody
there.
Cheshire explains it all.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Explains
Exactly.
it all.
And this is it. This first struck me.
Yeah.
I was driving down the M6.
Yeah.
And this monstrosity, I'm going to describe it as
Yeah.
a monstrosity, appeared in the inside lane.
Yeah.
And I nearly laughed out loud.
Yeah.
I nearly guffawed in shock. And I thought, what is this Chinese piece of shit?
Yeah.
Because this is hilarious.
This is something we've missed out on here. We've not seen that someone's importing these random Chinese.
This is the design equivalent of Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
It is English in car form.
This is a Rowe sort of sub-brand. Rover have released a sub-brand of what the old money should look like through a Chinese
I was
perspective.
like, maybe they're touring it round, but it will never sell. And as I came past, it was the Bentayga.
You saw the wings,
it
wasn't as quite as a 300C.
And it was the Bentayga.
Oh.
And I was just like, you are fucking kidding me.
You were aghast.
Aghast I was. Honestly.
Yeah. It's not a looker, is it?
I was tempted to kamikaze into it.
Just save yourselves. Save yourselves.
Just take the children and run.
Take this off the roads for everybody's sake.
It is horrific, isn't it?
I mean, but the problem is, it's sharing a face with the Continental, which is also an ugly little bastard as well.
Can be. I'm a bit hot and cold on the Continental because
I think the problem is it's because you genuinely see them with sort of 3 tones of purple and a teal blue leather interior. And
the other one I saw, what really got me was I was walking through town and there was I didn't believe it at first.
Yeah.
There was a Rolls Royce Phantom parked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not really a Rolls Royce. I was walking, I was like, something's off.
It's an MR2 underneath it. It's one of them.
And I was like, no, it's something, and it's got it's one of these, because you hear about them, don't you? You hear about Geely made that proper Phantom rip-off. And the Queen had to get involved.
Those Mitsuoka things that you can get in Japan where they kind of sort of takes on old cars.
And I thought,
it's got to be one of them.
I thought, it's a rip-off.
Yeah.
But then as I got closer and I saw the inside, I'm like, well, that's proper inside, isn't it?
That's they've done that well.
And I literally walked off just looking back
and the owner's like, look at that, made an impression there. He's like, the wrong one, mate. The wrong one.
And I was just like, is it? It was proper
Is it though? Is it? Yeah.
Is it?
Is this where this is what we've become now?
Is this a prank?
Yeah.
Someone's going to come out. I'm going to be like,
is it a transformer?
Instagram Rolls Royce and someone will come out. You prank, bro. Pranked. Just a prank, bro.
Prank, bro. But no, it wasn't. It's the real deal.
It's a worse kind of prank.
It's a worse kind of prank because it's actually real. They've lost it, haven't they, properly?
The P-face.
The P-face.
You don't like the P-face?
Jesus, the P-face. Oh, and the more I see them, the more... I have to say, just on a slight diversion here, I think it's a JLR thing, right, where Jaguar Land Rover, they release a car and everyone goes, ooh! And then after about 6 months, you start to realise how heavy-handed some of the design elements are. It's like the back of the P-face. It's like it's really weird. It's like the window and the lights are in the top 10% of the vehicle, and then like everything else is like, if you got in Photoshop and just stretched an F-type down, as it just cloned an F-type a bit more and a bit more, and at the time it's like, oh, that's a bit edgy. And then after about 6 months, a year, it's like with the, when the Range Rover, top Range Rover, and you're like, wow, that's a bit special. And then you start looking around like, but those gills are like fake.
Yeah.
And like, that's like, instead of making that out of one piece of plastic at the back, they've done it out of 5, and they've all got creases in, and like
it's like when you first go in like a pub that's been done up and it's been turned into a bit of a chintzy bar, and you go and you're like,
bloody hell,
I like it, and everyone's dressed up,
everyone's
like,
better make the
makeup
effort,
all slapped on and everything, all got like fake. We're all like, we're then posh now, we are, aren't we? Like made in Chelsea, we are. And then like you get up close to stuff and you're like, oh no, it's like plastic and fake and naff, and
those are the old chairs. They just stapled some new fabric over the top.
And I feel like that's. I mean, like I do wonder if it just all went a bit too Chelsea. Didn't it? Like, and it was the Range Rovers that did it.
Yeah,
they went. They were like vajazzled. And everything, and like they look like got like actual facelifts and stuff as they started like trying to make a Range Rover more aerodynamic.
Yeah.
And they just got worse and worse and more garish and more gaudy. And like that's become synonymous now with luxury and class. Like all the other manufacturers are getting on that bandwagon because we're in an age of ostentatious wealth. Like we're not, because it used to be like you bought a black Mercedes and that brick, like you kept that behind. You trimmed your edge highs and you had gates on your house. You had black with it because you were just like, I don't want anyone to know I've got money.
Yeah, now it's the exact opposite.
The exact opposite.
And do you think maybe that even at this level, there's a certain element of, the leasing as opposed to buying? So as long as you can afford to, like, I mean, no criticism. I imagine the lease on a Phantom is bloody massive. But ultimately, you just keep it 3 years and you don't maybe have to make
I don't think people lease cars like that.
You don't think
once you get into that area, once you get above, like, 80
people
grand...
just buy them.
I think you're into that to super rich territory, aren't you?
Buy one.
I know, like the Continental and some of that stuff, kind of.
Yeah, that was
Aston
in that
Martin
area.
V8 Vantage, 911s.
That's true.
Like the lower end Ferraris and stuff like that. They're quite cleverly in that top of the lease area because that's why they suddenly got popular. That's why you suddenly see all these small sort of things like the Porsche Cayman. It's invented for that. It's for people who are like, well, if I can squeeze 600-800 quid a month, then I can have like a supercar.
Yeah, true.
Supercar.
But do you think it's the same mentality, and maybe then, if not the same mechanics, the same mentality of like, you've just got so much money, you can have this like just horrifically bad looking, you can just spec it however you want, and when you get bored of it, you just buy another one anyway. So maybe it doesn't necessarily encourage the classy, understated, going to keep this a long time, it's just going to be like a black...
I blame the brands.
Yeah.
I blame the brands.
I think they have...
And
they
it's
have
this
sort
issue of...
courted it, haven't they?
Well, they got too rapey, didn't they?
Yeah.
They got like proper sort of Premier League footballer rapey vibe about them. Like the Porsches went all lime green.
Yeah.
And AMG Mercedes.
How
now,
badly
like,
could you
Batmobiles.
spec something almost? It felt
And
like
Aston, even our Aston, which stand up really for it when we go off camera.
Yeah.
Even our Aston Martin started to get a little bit down that road, and you had to rein it back in, didn't they? Well, like
bright orange Range Rovers and stuff, and all that sort
nasty.
of that filtered up, didn't it? It was not to a level. It
nasty.
And like you say, now it's just it's present in the very stock vehicle itself. It's not spec dependent now. It's just you get a Bentayga, and it's just like,
it's got all the chrome on and standard. It becomes like that. I think another thing that I think maybe the biggest cause and why the brands went the way they did is basically like you can buy a Skoda Superb, and it's like pretty much a top of the range Audi, isn't it? And a top of the range Audi or top of the range Merc now, they're like right up there.
They've got the accent lights and those fancy piano plastic or whatever
Alfa
woods
Romeos,
or whatever.
interior Alfa Romeos, like stunning in some cases. And I think that what's happened is the normie brands
have hit such
elevated
a level, to
this point now where the proper like luxury brands, or the luxury models in those range, they're now trying so hard to play to the gallery to be like, But I'm more expensive. Look at all the chrome crap.
Because I've got a Starlight headlining where you just put LEDs in a headlining and.
I'm interiors wise. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I think most of
I think
them.
that's a bit tacky.
I mean, that is tacky, but like interior wise, I think luxury cars do look luxury when you see them. When you get in them, you feel it. It's the outside. It's the fact that everyone now can do, perfect panel gaps. Everyone can do flat paint. Everyone can do perfectly formed parts and.
Well, I think we've talked.
else.
I can't remember if you talked about this on a slightly different level, but to the same thing as you're saying. Like you say, the made in China kind of that industrial machine is such that everyone's going, ooh, I love my Audi with me strobe lights that when you indicate and they're like that. And then like within 6 months I saw that on a Mondeo.
Yeah.
And about 6 months later I saw that on a truck.
Yeah.
And it's that kind of level, isn't it, where you've got, not only have you got the power in terms of the hardware now is so cheap to do this sort of stuff, but I think the software side, well, when you get to software, you can't pay for better software in a sort of...
It's tier suppliers as well.
Yeah, that's it, and it's all being farmed out as well.
Everyone's just an assembler of bits, and that Chinese company that makes those lights, there's nothing really to stop them after a year or two. Going to everyone else and saying, do you know these cost $2
Yeah, exactly.
a pund to actually do? Dow, is it Dow? We forgot what Chinese uses. It's not yen.
We didn't check, did we?
Never checked, did we? But like they're dead cheap to make, so they just do them for everyone else. And by then it's lost its edge, its prestige. They're not making them themselves.
But like you say, just the quality now. You go in a 1970s Rolls Royce. Yeah, I imagine getting a Audi that hasn't been S-lined with rubber band tyres, you're probably going to get as good a ride, you're probably going to get the quietness.
Maybe. But you're not going to get reliability, and that's the thing about these. They look the part on the inside, they don't look the part on the outside.
Yeah.
And they don't last. That's the issue, because all the parts are manufactured to the cheapest bidder somewhere else in the world.
Yeah.
And that's why...
Well, even the engines on Rolls Royces, as we covered the other day, someone's what was it, 75,000 miles?
And they're like hand-built by Rolls Royce in that case.
6 3/4 litre V12s. It's like they should be pretty low stress.
It's because handmade doesn't really mean that good. Isn't that good? It's like AI versus people now. Machines versus people. Machines can be way better.
It's a bit scary now.
Tolerances and stuff. So I do think that that's a big issue. With your window regulators and your parking sensors all failing. You should buy, if you buy a top of the range Merc, it should be like 50 years later.
It should work.
But it's only electric.
But at lower tier, at least that comes into 3-year lease, doesn't it? So as long as it's going to work for the 3-year lease, people don't care
disposable
that
cars.
100,000 miles and stuff. But I agree, because of that, that's the only option when it comes. That's the quality level that the market the majority of the market is asking for. So when you stick that same window regulator on a Rolls, because you can't get a better one. And even though it's going to fail in like 3 or 4 years, because the lease that the Merc that would have that same regulator on will be leased by then, and
I know they are top shop dresses. That's what these are. They are All Saints dresses. They are overly blingy, overly glam stuff that you buy and you just trash after it's been used for a bit. For the weekend. It's that kind of attitude, and just bin it and get whatever's in season next time. That's what it is.
Definitely.
And I wonder if SUVs and people carriers are partly to blame in this. I think that what they've done is they have caused this disconnect with how good the luxury saloon was. The luxury saloon makes a lot. If you get in like a really nice luxury saloon, they're so comfortable. So nice to get in and out of. But we wanted to go higher, wanted to go bigger. And the limos companies, they all went,
true. That's
Chrysler Voyagers,
well.
and the Grand Voyager,
and
SUVs now and Escalades and everything. So I wonder if that's changed. We just forgotten about that concept of just being almost in like cocooned in luxury rather than perched on top of a shitty gaudy throne.
I like that.
On the side, do you know some BMW owners think their cars are classed as exotic?
What?
They do. I've even written, "Lul, in response to this.
I never. It's like the whole premium thing, isn't it? I never get premium because you see more Mercs, more Beamers, and more Audis than any other car on the road.
Yeah.
So how you can still claim these to be premium or exotic in any way?
There was a thread on Reddit. Someone asked, "How do people react to your exotic?" No, it's like exotic car owners of Reddit.
Yeah.
How do people react to your car?
And then like everybody with a 330D came in and went, "Well, they think it's oh man."
Honestly, the way my friends have reacted to my 1 Series BMW,
my 116i with M Sport.
I don't get it. It's Americans more so than anybody. I think we've gone past it, but I do not understand.
It's just you can't have premium that's more common than the common stuff. It doesn't make any sense.
It's not exclusive.
No, exactly.
Got it,
yeah, the exclusivity of everyone having one and being able to get one on a lease.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Right.
Rant
over.
Okay, should we take a breather?
We need a breather.
We do need a breather.
A big one coming up.